Isran. It seems so long ago now. A devout paladin from the Sheblo Desert, she was part of a congregation that practiced their commitment in some of the harshest conditions. They were fearless warriors, steadfast companions, and as patient as the turning sands. Not without their faults, to be sure, but from all accounted sources they no longer exist, or have been so far detached from normal life they now remain in isolation. Whatever has become of them, Isran, in particular at least, was able to share a piece of herself before fading from known consciousness, like the many indescribable grains of dust from the land she called home. Sitting upon her tattered, worn, and dust-covered rug, the wind-swept dunes brought cutting sand to her skin that dug. Isran endured as she had just before. 'Twas a small price to pay for her actions of yore. For 14 days and 14 nights she sat in silence, as was part of their rites. Stillness with focused intent, there was no need for food or drink. She would meditate until her mind, body, and soul would sink. For a squire under her charge was lost, and Isran would pay the gods no matter the cost. Taken by the sand and engulfed without hate, she returned to the same spot that sealed his fate. Staring out over the golden-tipped skyline, the plum-tinted heavens mixed with a velvety wine, making way for the Stygian dark that came to life with its glittering trademark. Now closing her eyes, Isran set her mind on breath, not knowing how close she crept to a faithful death. The world turned and blurred with her aura, her thoughts spinning like a never-ending horror. The ground and body became one. She no longer felt sickly or spun. And just as the visions flew by, everything stopped. There was no stimuli. There was no wind, no breath, not even a heartbeat within her chest. All had gone black. She floated as if tied with loose slack. But that slack was drawn tight. She was pulled faster than light. Landing on her feet, an image appeared. The surrounding black had blended and smeared. Now, in a rolling field, all looked charred. An endless fire had burnt and marred. There were machines of war, bellowing screams and a monstrous roar. Faceless heads on wooden pikes, nameless bodies piled like furrowed dikes. Pools of blood caked underfoot, this endless battle covered all in soot. Is this the abyss? Isran quavered. Was she really this disfavored? But then a blinding halo of light took her attention away from the blight. Off in the distance, atop a hill, sat a large stone surrounded by daffodil. And before Isran could even think, she found herself standing before the stone in a blink. All the sounds of battle went dead. Isran approached and tilted her head. A man stood atop with staff in hand. Could he see her encroaching on this land? But an ethereal sound seemed to come from within, calming with a rhythm that reminded her of kin. Raising her hand, she hoped for connection, but surrounded by war, she expected rejection. A voice inside warmed her trepidation. Pressing her hand, there became a vibration. Taking the moment to perceive all around, Isran took note there were others on the mound. She felt relieved she was not alone. There were many other hands embracing the stone. Then, with a heavenly, terrifying crack, the stone had split and all went black. Awakening on the cold, dry sand, she was not dead, but still felt that far distant land. Was it a vision, a hallucination, or a dream? What and why was this shown? Recovering herself with a determined gleam, Isran would now travel to this gathering stone. That's it for this week, folks. If you want to know more about the Gathering Stone's unfolding history, you can do so here. There is still lots to tell, but for now, be sure to come back next week for more characters, stories, and illustrations. Farewell for now.